always there for you. You come closer, I can whisper in your ear.
If you happen to miss out on the previous career mode, I'll have a link in the description, an annotation on the screen, and a card in the top right corner, so you have no excuse not to go and watch it. Enjoy the video, guys. Hey guys, Sam here. Welcome back to the West Ham United Career Mode series. Welcoming you to another episode, guys. You keep smashing 50 likes, so you're going to get more of this every single day. And that remains the same for this episode today. If you can smash 50 likes, I'll have another one out for you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for your support, guys. You've been absolutely insane. If you haven't seen the PSG Career Mode, make sure you go ahead and check that out as well. We're doing amazing things over there. We're trying to dominate Europe and the world. I mean, we're trying to be evil masterminds and just dominate the entire world. No, I'm kidding. Nevertheless, we get into a game against Chelsea in this game, and it's a very good way to start off the episode because we're still undefeated in the league, and if anyone's going to take it away, it's probably going to be Chelsea. You know, they're one of the strongest teams in the league, and it's a nice little London derby as well. A little bit extra incentive for the boys to go out there and play a little bit more energetic and really push for the win here. But Jenkinson picks himself up a card here. You're going to see in a minute what card it is. It is red, unfortunately, and he's really not making a good case for himself here when you think about it. He's not very favourable in that right-back position. I've heard a few things. My inside sources tell me that Slaven Bilic is not the biggest fan of Carl Jenkinson, and he's not happy that the fact he's just a loanee. You know, he doesn't want to spend too much time and too much of his resources trying to build up Carl Jenkinson as a solid right-back, because he knows he's going back to Arsenal. He's probably going to go to a different team. He has no interest in signing him, which is very, very interesting. And considering that in January there's talks of so many right-backs being linked to West Ham United, it's very interesting that he's gone and picked himself up a red card. That it's not doing him any favours, and unfortunately for Carl Jenkinson, he keeps slipping down that rope. You know, he's got a notch every single rope, and he's just slipping down. He can't hang on to that right-back position, unfortunately, and it seems like at this point in time, it's pretty much confirmed that West Ham will get a new right-back in January. So what I need from you guys is more suggestions in the right-back position. I've had a couple of good ones, which is very interesting. I also had another comment, very, very good comment, talking about how if I'm going to continue with this 4-1-2-1-2 narrow diamond, which for the foreseeable future I will be, then I'm not going to really need to sign a right midfielder. Earlier on in the season, we were playing the 4-2-3-1. I said we need a better right midfielder. I'm just not a big fan of Victor Moses, unfortunately, and Antonio, for me, just isn't complete enough. He's got the pace, but he doesn't really have the dribbling or the shooting or the passing or any other aspect of a football game other than pace, which is very unfortunate. I just don't feel like he's very good on the ball. He feels very clunky. And that's very unfortunate because he does have a bucket load of pace, which unfortunately can't be put to good use. So I am going to need more suggestions for other signings other than the right back position, because obviously now going into it, we might need another central midfielder. I'm not sure if you guys think that I should need another central midfielder, going in with 4 central midfielders starting, 2 strikers starting, and a back 4. What do you think we need to improve on? I think for now, centre-backs were looking very solid. I'm really enjoying Ogbonna and Winston Reid as a centre-back partnership. Cresswell, I'm a big fan of. You guys have probably heard in the last couple episodes I've been pretty much sucking his dick, because that's how much I enjoy playing with him. He's just an absolute machine on that left-hand wing. In that left back position, he's insane. He makes the overlapping runs. He can cross. He's very, very good. I do enjoy Cresswell. Probably not the best overall. I probably could pick someone up for younger with a same overall or something like that, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that. He's English as well, which of course, if we're doing this as a realistic career mode, English players are very valuable. I do want to keep him at the club for as long as possible. Of course, barring an unfortunate incident where a bigger club comes in for him and we really have to negotiate with him, I would like to keep Cresswell as much as we could. So I do need transfer positions. What positions do you want me to see? And for those positions, what players? But going to this game against Watford in the Capital One Cup, Martin Samuelson. Remember this kid's name, because he's an absolute gun. He's just been playing so well whenever he's gotten his chances. He's making the most of them. You know, and Watford do bring one back, which is very unfortunate. But I mean, I'd want to talk about Samuelson because he is just so good. I don't know what it is about him. I was explaining it in the other episode. I was trying to explain it to the best of my abilities, that he's just very silky. He's very smooth. And that's just true. His touch is amazing. His passes are amazing. Everything he does, he makes it look so effortless. And for a youngster, you know, he's doing very well. Granted, he's only had a couple opportunities in the cup. You know, I might want to involve him in the league, but I don't want to take too many risks in the league, as, you know, it's very important for us to be picking up points, especially on this unbeaten run. But in the Capital One Cup especially, he's been performing very, very well, and I hope he grows as fast as I expect him to grow, and you know, I really want him to get to that 70 rating and just be, you know, solidify himself as our best youngster at the team, our best up and coming talent that isn't considered in the starting 11 or the rotation for the Premier League, and I would like him to take that spot next season. Honestly, I would love it if Martin Samuelsson really showed me why he should be in, you know, at least the substitutes next season. And this, I mean, he's going to intend to show me how, and he's going to score an absolutely fantastic goal, guys. How often do you see anybody score a goal like that? What a hit. You saw Enner Valencia score a similar goal at closer range, and Samuelsson upped him one. He went from farther back and did the exact same thing and puts it in the top left corner again. It seemed so effortless, and it's just a magnificent finish. Keeper has no chance of getting that. And Martin Samuelsson picks up a second goal in this game against Watford as we go up 3-1. Absolutely amazing scenes. And after Watford scored their goal, after Watford equalised, we looked very, very strong. We did not allow them to get back into the game and really make a push at us. It was just a very tidy performance after that one goal we conceded. It was an amazing goal that Watford scored, if you go back and watch it, if you don't remember what it was. But it was a very good goal. But I think we were matching them, man. We continue scoring these amazing goals. I mean, you saw last episode, it was literally titled Wonder Goals, because we were scoring I mean, Obiang's goal against Midtjylland in the Europa League. I mean, come on, chests it down and volleys it. Doesn't even let it touch the floor. I mean, we're just scoring these incredible goals. And that is the Capital One Cup bracket. As we can see, we join the likes of City, West Bromwich Albion, Reading, Leicester, Fulham. You know, a lot of good teams going into the quarterfinals. Stoke and Liverpool also involved in those teams. So we have a decent chance of winning the Capital One Cup. I didn't realise how far we were into the Capital One Cup already. We're in the quarterfinals, and I think that's something we can really, really push for. Realistically speaking, that might be the silverware that we go for this season. None of the really huge teams are in it. Obviously, City is. But when you take a look at some of the teams in there, I think a lot of those games are winnable, assuming that we continue playing the way we're playing in the league. As you can tell by our form, you know, again, undefeated in the league, which is absolutely insane. If we can continue that and beat the big teams the way we have and grinding out results, the Capital One Cup or even the FA Cup could be a realistic target for us. So I think that's our main focus is going to be the domestic league, and you're going to start seeing some more strong lineups and a couple of, you know, the better players involved to solidify wins. Of course, depending on the teams that we are playing. But we do have another game against Watford in the episode, and this one's in the league, and Watford go up 1-0. I can't remember the last time we were actually down in a game. Usually we score first and then we sort of like let it slip up, but we bring one back straight away, an incredible finish, an incredible bit of play, and we make a 1-1 because we don't like to be down for too long, you know. We don't want to risk that loss, and just really well worked goal, honestly. I mean, Payet just stringing together in midfield and finding Enner Valencia, who retained his spot after his performance against Watford in the Cup. I don't know why I said West Ham. We are West Ham. But yeah, retaining his spot after that performance in the Cup against Watford. He scored the second goal of that game and really impressed me. And I thought I'd give him the start in this game along with Mauro Zarate. As you can see here, stealing the ball and making the Watford defense look a little bit, clownish, a little bit clumsy. And he just ice cold, blood in his veins, takes it coolly and makes it 2-1, and just a really disappointing, I think for Watford fans, very, very disappointing that this is the way they go down 2-1, you know, to a defensive error. That's not the way you want to go down 2-1 to a very talented West Ham team who are playing very well. So very unfortunate for Watford, but Mauro Zarate, you can only score what's ahead of you, and even though it was a very, very easy finish, he was able to do it. If he didn't finish that, I would have had a lot of questions. Right at the death here, Adrian making an incredible save and keeping us in the game against Victory Barbo. And that's why you don't play Victory Barbo. Even though he's got a bucket load of pace, guys, that doesn't mean he's a good striker. Adrian with a solid save. And he earns us pretty much the 3 points here. As you can see, Watford, 8 shots, 4 on target to our 5 shots, 4 on target. That's probably the most troubled we've been in the league. I think that's the closest we've ever been to losing a game in the league. And we got very lucky with Mauro Zarate picking up the steal. And we actually remain undefeated this episode. 8 wins and 3 draws puts us at the top, ahead of City by 2 points, ahead of Chelsea by 4, and ahead of Arsenal by 8. Of course, that's not going to continue for the rest of the season. I do want to reassure you guys, I continue saying it every single episode, the loss will come, guys, eventually. As you can see, our performances are still a little bit shaky, and I decided to show you that Liverpool still haven't won a game. That's my update on the Liverpool situation. 11 games, and they still haven't won. 5 draws, 6 losses, and they've conceded 19 goals. So there's your update on Liverpool, guys, and that wraps up the episode. We sit at the top of the tree. If you did enjoy this, guys, make sure you smash 50 likes, and I'll have another one up for you guys tomorrow. See you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.